Hello, how are you guys doing this morning? I forgot to speak again. It's very easy to do, especially if you wake up at like 11. So I've been awake for like 30 minutes. So I'm still drinking my morning coffee, but I also want to get to work. So that's what we're doing, is we're just getting to it. I'm gonna see about sizing up her head a bit. I don't know about y'all, but it seems a little small in that last drawing. I was looking at the drawings a little bit, and yeah, your hair looks like a pompadour right now, dude. My hair is due in order for it feels like right now, man. So goals for the day are to finish off this pose. I really feel like if I cleaned up the line art, I want to see how bad the line art is. Like, where is it? I think if I redid the line art, I think that this would look a lot better. Did you embiggen her boobs even more? No, I did not. Let's put that sheen on. It looks like you did. I swear to God, I didn't. These are the size they were yesterday when we left. It's just, they're kind of too big, I think. Okay, so before I put the shines on, like, I increased the size of her head, like 100%. Like, I can't not. It's really weird looking, and her neck looks out of position. Let me try doing something real quick. Duplicate. And we're gonna mess with it. So there's her eyes. So we're gonna just like minimize those for a second. And then we're gonna find her. There's the line art. There's the coloring for that. Let's go ahead and just select. Ooh. I want to be like. Also, I think some of the Terraria mod music is maybe not okay to listen to. Like, some of it's gonna give us issues. Which is not a good feel. I forgot to tweet. Listen to some music while I do that. I'm pretty sure that's one of them. This one is not, I don't think. What's a good gift for Karl Marx? Link in the replies. We do have company over. They are currently away doing stuff, so I may stop stream a little early today as a result. We shall see. Yeah, it kind of looks like her. It just doesn't look good. Her neck kind of comes out of her shoulder, and it's like, it's fixable. It's like not even that big of a deal. Can I move them both together? Oh, I can. Good. Okay, so that's too big. That's starting to look a little bit more normal. Did you already draw anime before this visual? I have not drawn anime since like my 13-year-old. Like anime phase. Like I have absolutely not done anime in years. How's my day? Like, I didn't really ever draw anime. I mean, I tried to, like every other, like I said, 13-year-old, and they were bad. But, you know, I've seen anime before. I like anime. I like watching it, but I'm not an expert. I mean, like, I feel like I could probably just clean up the line art and be much happier with the quality of it. I mean, it's supposed to be a shit post, but, like, still. This is nowhere near to my main art style. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is absolutely not. Is it weird how I didn't change the size of this and it looks better? Like this... Like, does the scale of her face look good now? Like, it does, right? Like... That's weird. Alright, cool. I'm not gonna argue with it. I don't know how that happened, but alright. Like, this is super outside my wheelhouse. Like, I really wish, like, the line art was better, and like this is a way of me training that. Like, this is, I always say, like, you should follow whatever like you are feeling like inspired to do at any given moment, because like you will randomly be inspired to do shit, and if you are, just like take it. It doesn't matter how weird it is. Hey, hello hentai boy. Okay, so never mind. Sometimes it sucks because someone will come into your chat and say hello hentai boy, and you don't really have like a great defense. Like, it feels, I don't know. Doing a bad job at art feels like a personal attack on myself. I mean, he started a stream one day and said, I'm gonna make a game, and then we just started doing it. Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how I live my life, is like, I don't see an issue with that. I don't understand why that's revolutionary. Just do a thing. You don't live long enough not to do the things that make you happy. Her body looks hyper-realistic. Her legs do. And then her face and all that doesn't, because of the line art, is my take. Have y'all ended up telling Mike about this shit yet? I saw that he was live yesterday, like right after I went off stream, and I'm like, no, Tilda has seen this shit. Like, I showed her this update yesterday, and she just kind of looked at me, and she shook her head. I don't think anyone's told him yet so far. That's good. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. We got really into game shows yesterday. I saw this meme of like, it was like a bunch of VTubers on a plane, and it's like, pick where you want to sit. And I saw where Limes was sitting, and you can't sit next to her. What is the fucking point? Like, I don't know who any of these other people are. Like, if I'm gonna sit next to people on a fucking plane, like, first off, I'm gonna pick no one. Because, like, I would rather not sit next to anyone. But, like, if I've gotta, I'd like to sit next to people I know. Or if I can't do that, like, someone who looks like they won't talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, please don't interact with me. Music. What the fuck is this? It's probably because of she's not like super big name yet. Lime should be big name. Like, I saw people on that list that do not have as many viewers as her. Like, I'm aware of their existence. Like, Limes is like a big, right? She has an official Dragon Dogma character, right? Yeah, like, she's not a small YouTuber or streamer. She has like a crew of people who actually do some of the shit for her, right? Like, she has like people who help. She has regular streams over 1,000 people. Like, I feel like she's not small name anymore, y'all. Yeah, the face looks super not good right now, but we can fix that. You're in the top 0.17. Yeah. If you have any kind of editor, you're huge. Well, I mean, I've got orthogonal. Who said I was small? Like, I was just saying, like, she deserves to be huge, right? The irate video game nerd does ghost hunting now. Is that from that video that Folding Ideas put out recently? Well, thank you, Ego. This is all on the same layer. Not the AVGN. Will I do IRL ghost hunting streams? I could. But I'll be honest, if we're doing it authentic, like real, we're not gonna find shit. Because, like, that's how it works. If the ghost... Mike was thinking about visiting Maine one day. Yeah, if he does, like, we're gonna party. I just think that Maine is probably more boring, like, as a stream experience than New York City is. Like, New York City is New York City. It's hard to beat something that's more exciting than New York City. You know what I mean? Like, shit happens all the time in New York City. Nothing happens in Maine. Affectionate. Like... Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying that, like, Maine is, like, a bad place to live. I'm just saying I don't know if it would be a great place to, like, do a content from. It's like, what happens here? Fucking nothing. It's great. I'm so tired of having to try and, like, run around and do shit. Spend all my money, like, driving all over the goddamn place just to do something. Like, I just want to be a homebody. I just want to, like, chill at home and, like, hang out with my wife, maybe? You know? And... like... No, Maine is a great place to live. And Mike is, like, absolutely real for that. Being like, oh, I don't want to go. But, like... I don't know how to explain it to you that, the part that makes this place so cool to live in, that makes it, like, enjoyable for me, also makes it very, like, hard to do IRL streams here. Because, like, legitimately, like, why would there be an IRL stream at, I don't know, like, I can go down to the wharfs and I'll run into some random dude. And that dude will tell us a story about, like, one time he saw a fish or something. And it's like, it's not bad. Now you just have a random conversation with some guy about like a fish he saw once, maybe. Either that or he's just drunk and he's telling us some random story for no reason. And like, okay. Like, that's not bad, don't get me wrong, but also like I don't feel like that's the best viewing experience. Just a little bit does a lot. I think her... I saw IRL streamers get drunk for 3 hours straight. I mean, that's like... I think that's against TOS, but aside from that, just not a great way to live your life. Honestly, I think just like toning this down just a bit, like not turning it off, but toning it down to like the lower end, allows it to have that gradient still while not seeming really out of pocket. Thank you for the 6 bits there, Captus. Like, I'm not saying that Maine's a bad place to live at all. I'm saying it's a great place to live, actually. It just happens to be a very shit place to, like, try and do IRL streams from, in my opinion. I'm tempted to redo the line art layer. I'm gonna give it a go. It's all drawn in now. All I gotta do is essentially trace what I've already done, and we'll do it in like red so that way we can tell the difference. We turn on the stabilization to like crazy bonkers levels. Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with Mike coming and visiting, though. Yeah, I'd love to just hang out with Mike for no reason, really. I never end up going fishing with my landlord. I don't hang out with him as much as I would like. Just such a weird thing to say. But like, he seems like a genuinely nice man. Like, not a fan of landlords as a concept, but if I've got to have one, he's a pretty good one. I just don't have a whole lot of time to go fishing. Fishing is like, you really dedicate a whole day to that shit. He seems like a very horny man. What? Who? My landlord? I think you're confusing him with the guy that we didn't rent from. Oh yeah, Karl, like, we didn't end up going there because that guy was absolutely insane. And it was really uncomfortable for us. Yeah, we don't rent from him. My landlord is a old sea captain type guy. Mike doesn't even look at porn. See? There you go. Ishmael. There's no white whale that I know of. Mike didn't know it. Man, it's like not a bit then? Like Mike's not actually horny? That's sad. That looks like a shit line. The way that Mike and Fred flirt, you would think that they're gay newlyweds. Vinny once said I've never heard that word said out loud, I will say that. Mike was talking about the controversy when, yeah. Paizuri. I don't have full context on the saying. Is it tit fuck? Or just tits? Okay, yeah. Then I knew that. If you answer this question, you're self-reporting. I remember Mike reading it and said it was breast. I mean, not inaccurate, just a weird way of saying that. I'm not sure about that arm. Hey man, I don't like being called horny on my stream. I'll have you know I am not. Like, it's a really hard argument for me to make right now. I'm not making hentai. Her clothes stay on. Hold on. Let me finish rounding out her boob, and then we can talk about how I'm not horny. Okay, cool. So anyway, as I was saying, just knowing what a term means does not mean that you are horny. Like, chat tells me things all the time. Like, constantly. I need you to understand that when someone just like, you know, someone who is as horny as chat, you just learn shit. I just know things. Doesn't mean that I'm a horny tuber. I'll be honest with you, I want authentic ghost shows. They would not do well in America. The problem is that authentic ghost shows have the problem of needing to have shit happen, but also recognizing that 99% of the places that people say are haunted are absolutely fucking not. And the remaining 1% are mostly not. Like, how many episodes of Skinwalkers, or how many seasons of Skinwalker Ranch have there been? I don't know. Like, the whole premise of that show is that they find ghosts. That show is shit when you think about it, if they don't ever find ghosts. Right? Like, that show, they have to find ghosts. If they don't ever find ghosts, then it's bad. That's half of the X-Files, but the X-Files is fake so they can have real aliens show up. You know what I mean? Like, they can have an episode, there potentially could be an episode where aliens show up. You know? Like, it's okay if they do. But like a IRL like ghost show where, you know, the premise is that they find ghosts. Like, if ghosts are real, which I'm on the fence on because of my personal experiences, then I would believe that they're fairly rare. I once read a comment on the Ghost Girl wiki. Can I stack ghosts overlapping each other and have they all suck me at the same time? Okay, chat. Psychic type Pokemon are weak to common fears. Dark, bug, ghost, Doug. Doug is what I'm adding. You know what other common fears are? Burning to death. Phasmophobia as well. Being around people. Dog. Yeah, I think that the fear of not drowning is like a pretty legitimate and real ass fear that people could have and psychic Pokemon should have. But I don't care how smart you are, you drown just the same as anyone else. That's horrifying. Have you ever thought about drowning to death? I make very comfortable content. Shouldn't Karl Marx have a beard? She's got a neck thing. It's really just the mustache that's not represented. This hand's a little fucky. We're going to ignore that.
Couldn't leave us well enough alone. Could you? Everything was going well until you came along. Fine. Let's settle this. Now.
God damn it. Have you ever thought about the concept of hairy tits? Dude, I don't have to. I was really high the other day. And I was looking at some stuff on the internet, Twitter mostly. I was like, damn. These tits on this girl. Huge. But kind of hairy. And then I realized that I was just looking at my own boobs. Kind of a wake-up call for me to maybe like go on a diet. Also, I need to do a layer under her stocking layer here. That needs to be just like solid white. This is easier. Where's the paint bucket? There it is. Are these real words? Are you regularly bothered by me rant? Is that you who's sending me that stuff? Because I just see someone sending me stuff and I'm like, that's interesting. Like, it doesn't bug me. I'm just like, I don't know who this person is. Okay, so let me tell you something about like DMs when it comes to like me. I am very paranoid of DMing. That like hot tip about being a streamer, don't ever DM anyone unless if it's about business shit. Has that one Tumblr anon stopped? Yeah, as soon as I turned off and on, they messaged me with an account, just you know, say sorry basically, and be like, hey, maybe you could just do like a fundraiser and encourage them to join you. And I'm like, that, there you go. Now you're actually giving real, like, that's a thing that I could do. And if they don't want to join, they don't have to. So yeah, if you send me a DM, don't expect me to DM back, and that's literally just paranoia. And I apologize, but like I have to be like this, because if I'm not, then that's how you get screwed. That is the end of so many different streamers, is people not realizing that you just need to not. Or respond publicly on stream. Exactly. Because then it's like, my reply is public. So I'm not doing anything untoward. It's literally just a protection for me thing. So sorry for being paranoid. It's not like, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect a response from me. But also I have to be super duper paranoid about it. Because if I'm not, like I've seen people who did nothing, like, respond to DMs, and I'm like, dude, you shouldn't do that. And then they do, and then it's like, bruh. There's this streamer I know, and I'm not supposed to know them because of reasons. Not that they're that bad or anything. They suck ass, actually. I'm acquainted through a friend of a friend, and they're gonna get canceled one day. Not anyone y'all know. And the reason is that they keep talking to fans on DMs. And one of those interactions is gonna turn into a thing. Because they're asking for it at this point. It won't end well. But I don't like them, so I'm not giving him any hints on, like, trying to, you know, not do that. So, like, I'm just, like, waiting for the other shoe to drop on that one. Same thing that got Dr. Disrespect. I mean, yeah, a lot of it is, like, people think that they are owed or deserve something. Mike is smart for not wanting to interact with those kind of situations. Like, I will straight up tell you, like, it is bad news bears if you get into that kind of situation. Because it's just like, so it's literally nothing personal, and I don't even know, I don't think that Twinkmaster or whoever would even do anything like that. But like, if I make it a blanket rule, then it's just like when someone fakes some DMs with me, then it's just like, well, no, Rev doesn't do that. Like, I can confirm I tried to DM Rev once and he never said anything in return to me. So if I respond to stuff, I want it to be publicly. Well, sometimes it's people who would take advantage of other people, and there's some people who are legitimately, like, just creepers, like Dr. Disrespect. Like, Mike does have a larger audience. And people do go to communities to start shit. Tall ask, I know, but just don't be a creep. Yeah, that's the thing, is a lot of YouTubers and streamers and such, they see the sudden amount of fame and then they want to pretend to be rock stars. Just like, I don't know. As long as everyone's consenting adults, I guess it's fine. It's just like, bro, don't even put yourself into that situation because you don't fucking know that. Like, you don't know. Even if someone says that they are. Rockstars, they stream games. I know. Like, I know, but like there are definitely people that I have seen that like would like they're fans that would have done anything and everything for me. And that is weird. Like, it's why I emphasize that, like, I'm not better than y'all and I don't deserve more than y'all. It's acting casual about your job is, I mean, like, I treat this as like I get to do what I want, which is literally anything. Yeah, apparently I need to look at the Armored Skeptic, because apparently he's into some weird ass conspiracies. Are they gonna be funny though, is the real question. I can do anything? Within reason, you can do a lot of things, yeah. Alright. He thinks the Earth is blowing up or something? Jesus Christ. That'd be horrible if it did. Alright, there's literally nothing there to get excited about. Like, I didn't even draw that bit. You should take Tilda to go see Randy Flatface. What, pray tell, is that? Randy Feltface. Excuse me. Whomst is that? Does not believe these. He presents the conspiracies as they are real, as a thought experiment. He explicitly says that they're fun thought exercises. Well, that's less fun to make fun of. All right. There's literally. Oh, hey, Count Cannoli. Thank you for the dosh. Let me check and see how much that was. Thank you. I like that it actually said how much. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. I got the person to message me about the thing. And then thank you for the $5. That's very cool of you. Thank you so much. You're saying that this is Randy Feltface. All right.
Hello there, what's your name? Max, how are you, Max? I'm fantastic, thank you. What did you do today, Max? I wrote pornography. You wrote pornography? A lot of fans of literary porn in the house tonight, Max. Who do you write porn for? You all clapped a little prematurely, didn't you? And for the who community? The furry community. Tell me more about the local furry community. I'm not down with it. What happens? No one talks about the furry community. No. Well, would you like to tell everybody about it? Does anybody not know what the furry community is? Okay. Someone was like, kind of. You don't have to go into too much detail, but is there, I'm just curious, is there a specific breed of animal that you like to identify? Or is there, hey, that's a fair question. Remember, you all clapped.
I love his energy, I'll say that, but like his Muppet is real lazy. Like they didn't put the hair on probably because that part of the process is one of the more difficult parts.
Well, in the literature? Any of the Looney Tunes characters? I'm feeling people are starting to go a bit quiet on this topic. Are you still on board? No, that is not enough of you.
He's bald. I mean, this is a good bit. Wife's in the checkout line, so she should be coming home soon. I'm on the fence on what to do today. I may come back and stream more, but the problem is that we've got like guests over and one decent like we have one decent fan. No worries either way. The thing is that like they're friends, but like I'm not part of that to some degree, so it's like I don't know. That's wrong. I need to not draw lines in order to correct lines. Like, I got nothing against puppets, but it's a lot of work. It's not hentai. Like, what kind of weak ass shit is softcore hentai? Do you know what I'm saying here? High School DxD. Is that High School of the Dead, or is that a different one? I've always been confused. Because one of those is the one where the girl's boobs go at like Mach 5 in order to get out of the way of the bullet. Chobits. Ecchi is an entire genre. You're not wrong. And that might be a good explanation for what I'm doing right now. Even the female zombies have jiggle physics. Man, who's... I mean, a lot of people, I guess, but like... I mean, like, ecchi is okay sometimes. It's just unfortunate when it's ecchi and it really doesn't need to be. There's this one where it's the premise is that this girl sees ghosts, but no one else does, and the ghosts don't know that she can see them. And basically, she's safe from the ghosts as long as they don't find out that. I see dead people. Yeah, that kind of vibe. And it's great because like she's just, it's like slice of life, but like there's random fucked up looking like zombies and shit. I have looked into the weird Deer Girl anime. I have not watched it yet. But the problem with that one I was talking about where like they're secret zombies and shit is that like, or ghosts, I guess is what they are, is that like there's this, okay, she's got a friend and her friend has huge badonkers because of course she does. They're in high school. Why wouldn't she have huge badonkers in high school? Anyway, she does, so, then there's this, like, pervy ghost that's, like, watching her change. Or whatever. Or, like, rubbing up on her, or, like... And it's, like... Like, the premise of the show of, like, her having to go down an alleyway with all, like, her friend going, oh, let's just cut through here real quick. And the alley is just filled with, like, ghosts. And they're all fucked up looking, like, very, like, Junji Ito style drawings. That's this one actually does require more lines because I'm using the black as the shadow here for this. So it's okay to use more lines for this corner. You just have to be careful about how I lay them down. Her right hand looks a little lumpy. Oh yeah, no, it's fucked. But I'm hoping that their other assets will distract you enough that I don't have to redraw the hand. And that's like, anyway, that's right about where that series fell apart for me. Oh, you meant the hip. Yeah, the hip is probably a little lumpy. And like some of this coloring we're gonna have to like fix in a minute here. God, it's so hard to make this corner.
You are a very special boy.
Thank you. Someone asked what that was from recently, and it's from was it not Snatcher, but Night Trap. Right near the beginning. And because I was doing like a thing, I had to play that section like a bazillion times. And it's like right at the beginning, he just randomly says that to this other character. And it's really weird because like everyone is approximately the same kind of age. Like he's clearly supposed to be the dad. That was a good stream. Is YouTube chat on? It is. Thank you for the $5, by the way. Is the anime you're talking about Mikuro-chan? Night Cage would bang? I think that Night Cage would be a game I'd have to play with Fred or something. Yeah, this is it. Mikuro-chan.
What is that? It's the end.
Like, with how like fucked up the like baddies are, like it's great. But unfortunately, it's just horny, man. My wife is on her way back now. Friends got a car, so they're able to drive. The sexualization of that anime is actually like controversial. Oh, okay. Well, good, because that was my problem with it, is like the concept is banger. But it's just like, do we need to have the horny episodes? Like, it's one of those ones that I want to recommend, but like I can't because of that. It's like so Mikuru-chan, or however you pronounce it. I See Dead People, the anime. Apparently, the manga wasn't horny. Like, they really did not need to have the fan service. And, like, I don't know. Every upskirt. Yeah, the horniness takes it down quite a few pegs, because then it's just sort of like, oh. Well, none of that actually matters, because it's just going to be, like, fetish material for like the weirdest person on the planet. Well, it's not even that. It's like the episode is good, but then like her friend with huge tits shows up, and then it's like, oh, okay. And then she's getting like low-key like felt up by ghosts, and it's just like, we didn't need that, man. Like, it was a good story up until then. It's worse than you remember that they're all underage. I mean, yeah. That's somewhat standard for anime, unfortunately. I don't think I still know what Fred looks like. I choose to treat Fred like I used to treat Wilson from Tool Time, or Home Improvement was the name of the show. I don't want to know what he looks like for as long as possible. Like, me and my brother were like that growing up with our next door neighbor. Like, we never saw his face up until one year we did, and it completely ruined the illusion. Like, we were like, he's gonna be our Wilson. If you didn't watch the show, the premise was that Tim Allen would fuck things up, and not in a like get caught with a whole bunch of cocaine and snitch on everybody in order to get a plea deal kind, but like he would fuck up in some way like you would expect in a sitcom. And he would go talk to his neighbor, and his neighbor would be like, well, yeah, I agree with you, you know, but like he doesn't actually. And it's like, oh, you're right, Will, so I'm actually an asshole. I watched this documentary last night about, or it was just sort of a deconstruction of, have you seen that really shitty, like, right-winger animation? And it's like bootleg knockoff Ron Swanson is the protagonist. Not New Norm, not that one. Though that one is funny. Mr. Bertram. Yeah, because New Norm looks like it's ass, and I love seeing that Salty Dan is like constantly harassing them by going like, I edged your tweets. Please, I can't handle this. I need more. Please post more content about your series. And I'm just like, you fucking madman. I love it. But anyway, Mr. Bertram, right, is a really interesting study on anti-woke media, at least according to this YouTube video I saw. And I agree with the premise that they came up with, that like, so, you know, it's got all the jokes that you would expect, like, I just want my coffee to be black, not like, you know, with all these frou-frou things. Like, we got like a guy with a man bun who's going to be talking to us about inclusivity kind of shit, like standard like anti-woke kind of vibes, right? But like, they apparently lost all of their fan base because they had an episode where like they're planning to do something, right? And they need to break into a place. And so like, there's a joke that's made at the expense of a gay character. And it's like, he's brought on, and it's like, all right, you're doing disguises. And the exceptionally effeminate gay man is like, wait, did you only bring me on this mission because I'm gay? And, you know, you gave me this role because, like, I would be, like, you know, able to do this because I'm gay? And he's like, yeah, I don't have a problem with you being gay. I just need, you know, whatever. You just need to make our outfits for us, right? Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is like that is the moment I'm talking about right there, Bernaskowicz. It's an offhand joke, and it's honestly just kind of like, fuck gay people is the joke, essentially. Like, and so now like anti-woke people don't want to watch it because it's got woke in it. It's gay. There's a gay character who's not immediately chastised for being gay. So then it becomes, who is this literally for? The whole Daily Wire stuff is losing all... I mean, yeah, they would. Are we talking about Velma? No. I mean, that's just annoying to look at. Which is kind of different. I think we need to have more shadows. Adam Carolla is the one who made Bertram. I mean, it looks awful. Have you seen the Twitter anti? Yeah, no, we talked about the new norm. It's bad. I do say I do think it looks a lot better with the better line art. Here, compare the line art layers. We got the original and the new one. This is the new one. This is the original. The new one is good, right? Wait, is this the original or the new one? This is the new one. I think if we clean up the color layer, I think it'll be fine. New one's a lot cleaner. Yeah. So we're just gonna fix that up a bit. And we missed some lines down here. Where did my line art layer go? Okay. All right, new line art. We're just gonna grab this.
One after another they fell, the sun goddess, the serpent and its servants, and now even the dragon. As my magnum opera nears completion, their fated opponent grows in strength. Absolutely magnificent. I could not ask for a better subject. What joy this is, to tinker on these machines to my heart's content. Perhaps once they have seen through their battle, my desire for creation will finally have been sated.
Snake that's several miles long. That's a cool character. Like, that's a cool boss to fight. I think we need some, like, shadow layers on the dress. Else it just doesn't look right. Which may mean that I need to have a darker color for the, I mean, this color is already very dark. Hello. Can I have some more coffee? I'm probably gonna stream a bit. Is that alright with y'all? I increased the size of her head so it's less weird now. She still gave me a look. Thank you, I love you. You know what I think I can do is I think I can just like do like I think the line is more like this. All right, so first off, do we just color it in black or do we go for some shade other than that? I think I got some. I will drink some. Thank you, my love. Okay. So there's two options here. We either like, I could change my category to game development, but we're just doing art today, so I'm not sure. I don't know. People were weird about it when I was over there doing that. This is on its own layer, so if I screw up the line art or whatever, it doesn't matter. The shadow is wrong. Yeah, the shadow is wrong, and I think the line also might be wrong. You could probably get more attention in the art category. I mean, honestly, whatever, as long as like I get to do it. Like, I'm gonna do whichever category gets better views, as long as it's appropriate for the thing I'm doing. Yeah, the mom that came in that was asking for an interview with the, like, for her kid, for, was it Boy Scouts? And they're like, can I interview you for my kid for, you know, a project that they're doing about game making? Like, and I'm like, this is my first game and I'm drawing Karl Marx with huge boobs. Is that what you want? And she was like, no. Like, I was just straight up with her. I'm like, I just need you to understand what I'm doing first. Like, why is his mom doing it for him? That's Boy Scouts, man. All right, we got different, like, shading options here. Yeah, no, her son should be doing the interview, but I mean, maybe, like, she types the questions for her son, or to prevent her son from hearing it. Kid could be under 13 as well and shouldn't be on Twitch, and the mom is actually being responsible and keeping him off Twitch. I feel like I should just make it black. Pirate Software has made everyone think that the software dev category on Twitch is required to be wholesome Keanu Chungus 100. Oh yeah, no, I know. I watched the first episode of The New Norm. What that description does not like show is that Elon Musk shows up for no reason, waves, and they don't have any lines from him because like they didn't actually ask for him to do it, so he's just there. Like, I think we can be like, you know, I feel like to some degree we can be like professional in what we're doing with this, you know? Like, yes, we're making something stupid. He traces the origin of wokeness to women getting the right to vote. That's not a problematic take. They have a dude in a dog gimp suit because they think that furries are just a flavor of gay that insist on being. I mean, it literally is exactly what you think that a show that's about anti-wokeness would be. It has every joke that you would expect. Like, there's nothing to the show. It's not funny. Like, it was something that I saw and it gave me pause to think about, like, just the expectation that people think that this is how the world is. Like, that's how comedy works in a very real sense, is that, like, it reminds you enough of reality that you go, yes, that's real. But it's obviously not. It's not 100% real. So then it becomes just like this thing of like, where is the line on realness? And, you know, how do I make it so that way it feels sort of real, but not real? And that makes a good joke. Like, that's how you do a good joke, is like, it's something that is quintessentially like something that we all are experiencing, or at least it makes sense. Like, there's a level of truth to comedy. Like, that's the idea of it. Oh, hey, Bobber, how you doing? We're drawing horny. It's Karl Marx as an anime waifu. It's gonna be for a visual novel. Well, a kinetic novel. I don't know how to draw anime waifus. Homestuck official? What? I'm doing great. Well, thank you. Hi. Yeah. The New Norm is not a good show. I don't think anyone who has looked at the premise of the show, I mean, like, the episode list got leaked, like what the episodes are going to be about, and it's literally just like exactly what you think. Like, every single episode is exactly what you expect it to be. There's an episode where they go to Disneyland, but it's woke. And that's a problem. It's like an unfunny version of All in the Family, which is already like unfunny. I don't think that it's AI written. I think that the jokes are very specific. And the specificity of the jokes lead me to believe that they just don't. I mostly do traditional, which you can see some of my stuff behind me. King of the Hill did really good because they weren't actually fucked up and bigoted. They had fucked up bigoted characters, but like they did it right. Like there's nothing worth talking about with the New Norm. Don't even worry about watching it. You aren't missing anything. If you expect it to be a show where they just regurgitate the same fucking lines. Thank you for the gift sub to Homestuck Official. Slay. Like, I don't know how that Mr. Bertram show is gonna, like, continue after they did it wrong. I really prefer to do digital, just, or traditional. Though I will say digital is a lot easier to stream. Traditional is a real bitch to try and get the stream software set up in such a way that it works. I feel like we need to bring in her hairline just a bit, even if it's being held back. What in the fuck? Why are you that color? What? I think we're gonna have to redo her face as well. We've redone all of the other line art, and there is this one part of line art that I see that no one else will see, but it's gonna bug me, so I'm gonna like trim it. Okay, better. I mean, that's a pretty well drawn anime hand, if I do say so myself. All right, I need a color old line art face, new layer, new line art face. Just do green so that way I don't confuse myself. Rev's naming his layers. Are you okay? I know. There's something wrong with me. God damn it. Can I teach artists to roll over if I reward them with fresh new brushes? I mean, using new brushes would probably be a good idea, yeah. But I have to go find them and download them, and just, why not just make it so that way my old brushes work? Oh, cool. The white layer is over the line art layer. Yes, I'm still listening. Jesus Christ. Would you rather watch 10 hours of The New Norm or 10 hours of the story of Undertale? I feel like I know the story of Undertale. The New Norm is going to be awful, though. But can I enjoy it for being shit? That's a fucking question. Can 10 hours of Sandwalk do the Sandwalk? God, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me of that horror show. I gotta say, it does look a lot better. Although I do need to fix this line here, because there's a shadow to her eye that I didn't draw. That looks so much better. I mean, it's still right here. I need to clean. Watch the TED show. Jesus fucking Christ. We don't live very long, chat. You know that, right? Like, I can do things other than suffer. Like, the TED show is weirdly decent. It's like not shockingly awful. Okay. If you don't play Metroid Prime Remastered, I'm going to unfollow. Hit that button, my champ. You know what I could look at for... I saw this earlier. Who's the weapon girl from My Hero? Momo. Okay, so they do actually, like, draw... And it's a black line. All right, we'll give that a go. That is a lot better like that, I think. What do you guys think? It's not, though. I think that means that we clean up the lines on the other drawings we've got, and we've only really got like 2. Because this one is awful. I don't know if we can fix it. Give her something red, like a flower or something. I think there needs to be a shadow right here. Where's my Is Tuca and Birdie still on? No, they got rid of that show because of being cowards. I feel like that shadow's doing a lot of work for us. Also, I noticed this is a thing, and I'm not sure why. But this shading is gone for some reason. It must have been on like the line art layer for no reason, because that's absolutely something I would do. Like, that shadow is a little bit weird, but it's because of this fold of the fabric there. Should I shade her dress? I might need to. Let's pull open the colors thing again. Do I have one for that? I don't. There's like one color for jacket. Her ass looks a little angular. All right. Shade in some six-pack abs. We'll try doing the layer above this layer and just see how it goes. So we've got, obviously there's going to be some highlights on the ass, because of course there would be. The line art around the arms is a little wonky. Yeah, it is. I'm wondering if I blend this in. Or if I like keep it as a solid. I think I blend this in. I think I blend this in, yeah. I have a bit of a problem. we've got the feet steppy scene that we need to draw, right? So I was gonna have that be a scene where she calls you a pay pig for paying for it. I feel like that's like against my morals, because whilst technically that's punishment, people might actually be into it, so then it's not, and then it's encouraging people to use capitalism. Yeah, the fingies are fucked. So, like, what do I do? Like, the best solution I can think of is, like, maybe I have a scene saying good job in pirating this or whatever, or, you know, not dealing with capitalism. But is that really an issue? Like, because now, like, an artist didn't get paid. So then it's just like, well, what was the correct answer here? Do I encourage them by stepping on them? Or should I discourage that behavior? Basically, should I encourage people to buy this game in order to keep with the memes? There is no ethical consumption. I mean, yeah, exactly. But like, if I'm gonna have the steppy scene, and it's gonna be like, don't, there is no ethical consumption. I feel like that Marx would call artists elitist and egotistical. Maybe. I mean, art is not a job necessary for basic survival. It's just a thing necessary for more than basic survival. It's culture. And culture is good or bad, you know, to some degree based on what it is. What culture are we talking about? What are we trying to encourage? What are we trying to do with that culture? Are we drawing at Karl Marx with big titties? Maybe it's not something that should be happening. Like, commissions are a luxury item. It's individualistic, but like, I feel like that everyone should do art. Like, it's means of speaking and a level of honesty that you can't get through speech. Like, isn't that supremely fucking important? There's your belly button. Is this the light color in reality? No. I made a light color for highlighting and then I got rid of... Okay, got it. I think that now that we're past subsistence living, like we don't have to just like do subsistence living. I don't know how to explain it better than that. That we should encourage like people to use their time under the sun to do things that aren't just subsistent living. Like without artists, how do you make cool propaganda? I mean, true. But also like I mean, she's absolutely fucking poured into this thing. I don't think that art is necessary to have a basic, you know, it's higher up on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basically, what I'm saying is, if there's no dancing in your revolution, then I don't want it. I actually don't like dancing, but, you know, that's not really the point I'm trying to make here. If dancing is mandatory, I'm not down with the revolution either. You know what? Fuck that. If there is one, then I'll take it. I'm at that point now. Reversed Footloose. Yeah, I don't think that ever anyone should be pushed or, you know, coerced into doing art. I don't think you should be coerced into doing anything. Like, you should just do shit that you want to do And ideally have, you know, that being betterment of the community rather than just yourself. Like that's the goal, right? Thank you, British. Okay, so here's... Do we go back and do the line work on this one? Also, I'm gonna try adding I honestly think that that delicate little line there actually does like a tremendous amount of good for like really informing on this shape here. I also think I might need to up the size of her head here. Hey, wrong guy, how you doing? Hey, Hito. Yeah. It's a little too small. I'm not gonna increase her boobles again. They're already too... I mean, here they're kind of rational. Almost. Like, as far as anime boobies go, they're not that out of line. I don't think that the hair streaks on any of these are doing me any favors. I'm gonna redraw her line art. Again, because I can just shift the color. Oh, I'm on the square eraser still. I mean, if the tits are inconsistent in size, I don't care. Like, I'll be real. Like, they're gonna be excited that they're sometimes bigger. Why do the cats have to explode out of the cat box every time they poop? Well, have you smelled their poops? It's fucking awful, man. I'd want to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible as well. You know, I was thinking about, you know how I was talking about making an H mod DLC that's free, and it just changes all of these to like the letter H. I want to put the H in a bikini. Like, low-key want to draw, like, a very graphic sex scene involving the H. I need you to explain how the letter H would layer a bikini. Like this? The soundtrack is rad. Yeah, it's fucking banger. It's the Calamity mod from Terraria, which is weirdly good. That was way too good. Chad is now calling me a gooner because I can draw a bikini on the letter H. Have you seen how bikinis work? Like, they only... You can put straight up sex on... You know what's hilarious about you guys calling me out? Or attempting to call me out for any of this shit? I'm just doing what makes the most sense to be as, like, overtly sexual as possible based on what I know about anime. Because I've seen shit like that, like Mugori-chan or whatever. Like, y'all are worse than me is the only logical conclusion. Spin your canvas to get better lines. I should, honestly. I will continue to not, though. I'm kind of tame. Like, yeah, because I'm trying not to get banned as well. I never denied being worse than you, and I've also never... Like, I know exactly what's happening. Like, I look at the analytics of my streams, y'all. We're all in this one together, y'all. Like, I fucking know what's up. Look at the numbers on this versus Elden Ring. You know, the game that everyone's been waiting for months to come out. Now you tell me which one I should stream if I enjoy doing both. That's also because of spoilers. All right, yeah. I am going to come back to Elden Ring. Of course I am. I've been looking up, like, information about it, and it turns out that, like, people are fucking bad at the game. There's a lot of really shit information out there about Elden Ring and Dark Souls. Like, I saw someone unironically say that the buckler was a bad shield. Like, it's the best parrying buckler. Like, people are so bad at the game, they're saying that it's controversial. I mean, like, there was a thing that happened recently where someone was saying that, like, the game should have a pause button. And for accessibility reasons. Specifically that if you are a parent or what have you, you can't pause the game to take care of your kid. This was controversial. Osmongold, I think, did come out and bash this woman for saying that, which is hilarious because he said that the game is too hard. Anyway, I think that if the pause button just pauses the game, there's absolutely no fucking reason not to do it. Like, you can't switch out items. It doesn't change the challenge of the game really functionally that much at all. It's bad for shield damage negation, yeah, but you wouldn't use it for that. You could pause buffer stuff, I guess. I mean, is there a way to make it so that way the pause buffer is useless? Like, surely there's a way to make it so that way, like, pausing is not helpful from a mechanical state, aside from just, like, the game stops happening. an unpaused cooldown. I mean, yeah, obviously if you get invaded, you can't pause. And there's no way to pause the game if you get invaded. Like, you should absolutely have to, like, you know. It doesn't have a pause system because of the invasions, but I mean, you can just... Arguing on whether or not a having a child is... Yeah, I mean, like... I keep invasions off functionally when I'm streaming because I just, you know... I just don't make myself unhollow. And then I don't have to deal with invasions. So I think that you should only be able to use the pause button while you're not being invaded, and therefore only when you're whatchamacallit. Like, you should only be able to pause when you're unhollowed, if at all. I think that you should spend time with your children, but also I understand wanting to be able to have time to relax and play your game. Okay, yeah, maybe no pauses during bosses. I don't know. She was comparing having to drop what you do to care for your kid as being disabled. Like, it really depends on how you want to define disabled. But I don't think that the game shouldn't have a pause menu. I think that would be, you know, accessible for a lot of people to give it a pause menu. And I don't think it's like a... Like, I think it could be implemented without it breaking the core mechanics of the game. So I'm kind of in the, like, why the fuck not? I don't think it was a, like, this would benefit me, but also would benefit other people. I just don't see it as, like, a... It's not that big of a deal to add a pause button. Like that, I can see how you could do it in a way that wouldn't fuck with the game. So why not? People keep saying the pause button is too casual. Again, if you could make it where you can't pause buffer and you can't pause during boss fights or when you're able to be invaded, then you're only really pausing if you're already playing as if... Yeah, I think that's one of the most reasonable, like, things that you could give to the player that would not fuck with their ability to play the game as a challenging game with no pauses. Like, you're already jumping through a few hoops there, but they're the hoops that you'd need to jump through anyway if you would want such a thing. Right? Like, how do you... Me pause buffering in Door Fort because my cat threw up. How did you get your fan base you have now? Like, if I wanted to stream on my own, how do I gain my own? I'm not the biggest dude in the world. I would take, you know, my view count as a, you know, exception to the rule on like streaming will get you, you know, a bazillion people watching. Like a majority of streamers are not going to have anyone watching. That's just stats. But generally speaking, and I think you can probably attest to this as well, being a viewer, you like streamers who can keep a flow of conversation going. You like streamers who do stuff they're interested in, and you're interested in as well. Do I regret this yet? No. Like, I could meme and say yes, but like, I would say that streaming has been overall a giant win for me. Streaming to get viewers is, I mean, also, like, anytime you're streaming or you're doing anything for the sake of, like, other people's reaction to it, you are putting your hope and fun and joy in the hands of people that you cannot control and should not control. This is a recipe for constantly downplaying your achievements. And well, I mean, I joined Vinesauce and then, you know, like, we all grew as a group. So, like, would I have been able to grow to the stats that I got to without Vinesauce? I don't know. Probably not. But, you know, that's just, you know, what cooperation in a group like this does. It's been my, you know, mindset since day one, really, is that we should treat it as a, like, rising tides lifts all boats sort of thing. I think that, you know, if I do something funny that's cool and gets us in the news, then it should be a thing that it brings every one of my friends up with me. Streaming was like not a thing when I joined Vinesauce. It was very much like a meme. Like, I want to do collateral good to my friends by doing banger streams, then I raid them or whatever. And then, like, because I did a good enough stream, other people are going to want to, like, continue watching. And I go, hey, my friend is on, you know. I've been a part of Vinesauce since it began. I was one of the first viewers. George Foreman named every single one of his kids George. That sounds very annoying. Back from my run, hello? Well, hello. I don't know if raids are an effective method. I don't think it's just about raids. I'm just using raids as an example, but I'm saying, like, collaborating with people associate me and Mike together. People associate... I have no idea how long you've been a viewer. I'll be real. Raids are fine, but I think that, you know, you... Like, I think that it's like, you know, raids do rely on other people, and so you shouldn't expect them to bring good things to you. But, like, you know, with Mike, I was like, from the very beginning, I'm like, this guy is funny. He will do fine once he gets a career. Once he actually gets, like, a viewer base to look at him, he will be successful. And so that's what I told him. I said, hey, man, we'll stream together, and that'll get you a viewer base. Because you are funny and deserve... You deserve that because you're a good dude. I can give that to you. And so then I did that for him. And it did do good for him. Simple as. So, like, how do you implement that? I don't know. I think that if you're going to be a streamer, you shouldn't do it for the sake of fame and success, because a majority of people will not get famous or successful. I don't think you should do it for any reason other than the joy of doing it. But to a lot of people, it seems like an easy route out. And it's not easy because everyone thinks it's easy. Because everyone's fighting for that same top spot that you are. Because you're not the only fish in the pond. Yeah. I don't think that you should do streaming without having done like a normal 9 to 5. I say this every single time I stream. You need to do some sort of, I don't care what it is, but you need to work some sort of like manual labor in customer service before you try streaming. A, for relatability, to be able to say, hey, I have worked a regular day job before, but also just like the ability to just go like, thank you legitimately for your $5, because that's $5 you don't have to work at minimum wage. You know, like, if you don't understand how much $5 is worth, like at a basic level, you should not be streaming. What? Yeah. See, that's rough, Brenaskel. And that's just, I mean, I hate the social security system in that respect. Like, you have to be poor enough to access it, which just encourages people to not get out of it. $5 is a good lunch. $5 is a lot. I think it's, if you've had everything handed to you, you will never understand or respect how hard it is to become a streamer. And if you expect people to give you their money because you feel like you're owed it for some reason, you will fail. As soon as your chat realizes that you feel like you are owed their time, their energy, their chat, you aren't owed shit. No one owes you a goddamn thing. And you're gonna end up in a situation where you look like a prick, where you beg for money after spending a whole bunch. You look like an asshole. Someone viewing your stream is a privilege. You are being privileged by them, like, giving a damn enough to spend some of their life on you. Treat that with respect, and, like, your life will go a lot better as a streamer. Understanding the value of $5 also. Super important. Hobo Goblin, I don't think I thanked you for your 24 months of support. Thank you so much. Like, it's a privilege for y'all to be able to be here and me not ban you, but also it's a privilege to have you guys here, to have a chat that's active, that gives a damn, you know? As long as we both work along the lines of some level of respect, we will be fine here. People take shit for granted when it comes to streaming. And that's the downfall of so many streamers. To feel like that, you know, people... Why would you ban us in the first place? No reason. I'm just saying I could, right? Like, you know, a guy earlier said the N-word in YouTube chat, so I banned him. Like, I don't have to ban you. Orthogonal wants a timeout. Slash timeout. Orthogonal caster. I spelled it orthogonal earlier. On, I spelled it like I pronounce it as a Texan for the most recent YouTube video, which he edited. I do have a Discord. There's a sub-only Discord, and then there's the notifications Discord. The notifications Discord, just I add everyone in it and I go, hey, I'm live. But yeah, I try and live my life as if I realize that this could go away any day. And that's, you know, why I work hard. Your Twitch bio says that you're still in Texas. It says that I'm from Texas, which is correct. I don't know how to correct that in a way that makes any sense. Also, I know that the music stopped. I kind of want to just finish this line art. I guess we could start the music over again. So yeah, I don't know. Be good. If you want to start streaming, stream for the fun of it. Stream understanding that you probably won't get big, and you probably will stream to no one. Oh, I know. I could figure out how to change it, but like I've decided against changing that because that would make it less funny. Like, I don't know. I also think that like streaming to no one also is like the hardest shit in the world. The less people in your chat, the less active your chat is, the harder it is to stream. It's just legitimately very difficult to stream with no one watching. Because you have no one to bounce things off of. Like, it's crowd management as a concept. I want to stream because I'm a movie producer and I have a certification in digital media tech and I have nothing to use the knowledge on. Then yeah, like use, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm using the knowledge that I have from being an artist to draw stuff. Like, people like that shit, man. There was this guy I was watching for a bit and I think he was streaming Timberborn. And he's like, yeah, before becoming a YouTuber, I used to work in hydro management or something. And so he spent like an entire video talking about like how to make dams work correctly. Do big streamers even acknowledge chat? To some degree, it becomes difficult. And like also chat will try and bait you into saying stuff. And sometimes that stuff is like either, you know, a gotcha, a problematic thing, or just like, we're not going there today, guys, kind of shit. Yeah, my chat's also not going like 100% speed, you know, like I don't have to turn on anything to like chill out chat. Like chat will be calm. Well, the Tumblr Anon is fine now. I'm gonna probably turn Anons back on here soon. So I don't know if I gave any advice on how to become a streamer. I got lucky with how I became a streamer. I was in the right place at the right time before it took off as a thing. That helps quite a bit. I think people want real-ass people to watch. The OST is done. I actually just looped it, so that way we could have something to listen to in the little bit amount of time that I'm gonna finish these drawings with. The last one was the final song. I think, you know, first things first, if you're going to upgrade anything, you upgrade your audio quality. That is always where, like, if you're going to do an upgrade, that's where you upgrade first. Because audio quality is so much more important than anything else. Like, it legitimately, like, whether or not you're going to be successful as a streamer is going to be very dependent on whether or not you understand audio. Because shitty, crispy, awful audio is so bad. Connection is important as well, but honestly, people would rather watch a 5 like FPS video with a decent mic than they would watch, you know, a 120 frames per second, but like the audio is crusty and crackles and it has all these pops and shit. Like, people hate that. That is so aggravating to watch. So just like don't do that. Like, legitimately just don't do that, and then you'll do a lot better. Yeah, I mean, if you do crust on purpose, then it can be funny, and then it's like, okay, good. Okay, cool. I think this will work. All right, edit. Tonal correction, brightness, contrast, less of that, less of that. Okay, do it again. I wish I had a better way of doing this. All right, and then now we're gonna go in here, we're gonna clean this stuff up. Mr. Beast says that he tries to have as little personality as possible. I mean, like, people like personality, though. Mr. Beast also just runs his company like a business. And that works, don't get me wrong, but also, like, holy shit. Like, the way he talks about his hustle and grind, I don't envy his life. Like, he's gotten successful off of, like, just being that hardcore and understanding the algorithm better than anyone else. Honestly, I hate to sound like a 90s cartoon, but like, be yourself. It does a lot of good. Or at least have something that, like, you know, makes you you. Whatever that happens to be. Because, like, ideas can be stolen. Personalities are harder to steal. People try, don't get me wrong. The more personal you make your work, the more personal your fans expect to be able to be with you. Because they feel like they know you, right? So it's okay to be a character. It's one thing that VTubers do. Like, Nick is currently on hiatus. Nick Nightmind, because he's got to be dead as a bit. So, like, I think the line art for this face is actually pretty solid. So we probably don't need to fix it. How close are we to completion? You can complete anytime you want, champ. I think after I get done with this one and flipping it, we are at a stage where I could, like, honestly jam these in here and call it complete. I think that we need to do a intro, like a main menu page, but that's a lot more work, and so that's probably something that we wait on a bit until maybe next time. You would love hanging out with Nick. He's like you, but gay. Okay. Where is that? Where is that being a thing? There. Okay. Sure. I need to erase a bit of the line art layer wherever it went. There it is. There we are. That's better. I'll play other games soon. Like, this is also a project that will probably take long enough for me to be able to come back to Elden Ring and it not be an issue. By the time I'm done with this, I would imagine that most people will be done with Elden Ring. So then I can come back to Elden Ring, play Elden Ring for a bit, and then maybe make more horny games. So we're gonna finish this drawing today. We're gonna flip it and save it as well, and then I think that's where we'll be done for today. And then I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or not. I have some new ideas for some Warhammer builds, and I'm gonna probably give them a go. Cultist Jail, like I said, I think is good. Dread Mob, I think, is actually pretty okay. As long as you play it as a super aggro build that just like pushes everything. Print out her picture and give her as a gift to the guests. I mean, I think we're okay on that front. Hello? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for checking on me. She gave me an icy. Love wife. They did a update that fixes the hippo boss. I mean, that's good. Wife good. Wife great. I don't know. It's with my particular morals, it's kind of hard to be a streamer at times. Like, I do things that are, I don't do things right because I'm like, I mean, technically what I should be doing here is this, but like if I do that, I'll feel like a piece of shit. And it's like the normal accepted behavior for streamers. So it's just like, well, then do I do it because everyone expects it of me, or do I not do it because I don't feel like people should want that? I see you as people and not a marketing audience. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of it. Like, I see you guys as individual people who could stop watching me at any moment if you guys so desired, and should if I ever become a problem. So, like, if I'm an asshole, please stop watching me. Like, straight up. Like, that's the trick here, is like, I don't want to be able to get away with being a total prick. Does that make sense? Making statements and taking sides is absolutely not something you should do. Hello, the boy. Thank you for water.
Is it alright if he's in here?
Yeah, he can be in here.
Okay.
I'll let him
So
out.
come downstairs.
Okay. I'm almost done. I love you. It's less bad than it was. No. She said, isn't, and I said no after looking at it because realistically it's not. It's actually still bad, but you know, whatever. Give the people what they want. I wish people would give Andrew Tate less attention. I mean, yeah. Has Tilda had a better day so far? I mean, I haven't seen her much today because I kind of woke up at 11. She was already... Do I have a frame where she's holding the book between her... You know, I don't, actually. I have the titty press image. But that's about it. I did. I looked at it. What are you talking about? Do you want out, boy? Okay. Out you go. What's the anime with the dreadful anatomy? Like a lot of them. Like that. Do you realize how little that narrows things down? Fairy Tail has some interesting anatomy, but it's consistent. I'm pretty sure the image is of a girl leaning over toward the viewer in a greenhouse. That... No idea what you're talking about. I need to add some shadows as well, but... Where's her bra? Bruh, why? Does she need one? The real Karl Marx didn't wear one. That's a fact. Yeah, I think as like a light accent layer, it's fine. Were bras even common in Marx's time? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know a damn thing about boobs. Or history, for that matter. This area looks a little weird. What's going on with it? It's the overlap of a shadow. Right here. Yeah, I know. It always makes it look like I'm jorking my penis, but I'm not. I swear to fuck. I'm just got a fan on because it's 87. All right. Yeah, I might be stopping sooner than I thought. Let's finish out some of these shadows. First off, we get rid of the old line art because it's not very good. Is the titty line good? It could be better. I'm gonna draw that titty line better because I do think that it's necessary. I mean, this is black. So, realistically, no, it can't be any darker. That, I feel like, helps out quite a bit. That little line there. The line should be more to the left. Yeah, probably. Better. All right, shadows for the dress, etc. No, your drawing was great, Punstar. What's your opinion on Jablorpopo? if I knew what the fuck it was, I wouldn't have an opinion about it. Yeah, I probably won't do a stream tomorrow, but my schedule may get fucked up if there's a heat wave coming in. I don't really like that line there. I don't think that's helping. Should we have her ask what your name is, just so I can learn how to do that, and then have her call you by default Proletariat Chan? Because, like, that comment in chat is, tomorrow's Monday, yeah. I don't normally stream on Mondays or Tuesdays, but I sometimes do. Like, default name is Proletariat Chan. But you can put in a different name if you want. I mean, where is the shadow going? Like, how far to this side does it need to be? I don't normally stream on Mondays. Sometimes I will. Like, the shadow can be bigger than the boob. Like 100%. Not 100% the size, but like, it can... Okay, hold on. Stop doing all that. We know the shadow is at least there because you've already said that it's there. But what I think I do is I draw a... Do we have a sphere? Alright, and then the light is coming from over here down. And so then this side is shaded. And then, like, this is torso here. And the torso starts to, like, curve in here because of the tiniest rib cage in the world. There's no way for me to confirm whether or not people bought or not the game. We just straight up ask. Can I make tonic Yuri of her? I don't know what that means. I know what Yuri means. I don't know what tonic Yuri is. Toxic Yuri. Yeah, would that be like her with and Rand Sama? Right, so the shadow can go a little bit lower than you would expect on that one. Is Marx the only girl in the game? You think I'm gonna draw this many, like, drawings for, like, a bunch of other characters? Like, God, no. Like, that's so much work. It would be really funny to have, like, Chibi her go over those in section 3, the 10, like, bullet points. That would be so fucking funny. But it would be so much work. Because I'd have to figure out how to draw her as a Chibi. She needs a belt. It's mainly just there's no, like, clear indication of where her suit stops. And there needs to be. I'm also, like, super not convinced by the shadow here. I mean, of course she's still gonna have massive bonks on her chibi. It'd be weird if she didn't, right? How do you normally draw chibis that, like, you can commission someone to do it for you? I mean, yeah, I could. That pixel annoys me. It's part of the shadows. The JoJo chibis not haunt you? Yeah, they would. I mean, the other thing is that we could do is we could literally just put in a line to indicate that this is like a suit coat. Akira drew chibis? Man, that's a misleading thing to say. Like, yeah, I guess. It's normal anime characters just drawn small with bad proportions. Like it was a thing he shouldn't have done. Like the monkey episode in Stardust. No one wanted that. Like, sometimes manga artists are cooking, sometimes where are her nips? Oh, they can't be here. That would be against the rules. Chibi with fat tits. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, you just do it. All right. Resources for game. Put that in there along with the Communist Manifesto. There's still something wrong with her face, but we're just gonna roll with it because I don't give a shit. Again, won't matter. No one will see it. It's something about her headline or something, but again, like this does not matter. This will not come up as a problem. Okay. Well, because it's 87 degrees in here right now, and because we have I mean, yeah, that's how you do chibi as well, if they still have BAPs. Good example. They just added small boob curves to the chibi. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm doing today. Big head, small body, low detail. Yeah, like chibi is like 1-to-1. Like the head is 1, and then the body is the head plus the body, and the body is going to be the same length as opposed to 8. Her eyes look small. Yeah, I mean they do. I need to fix her hair in all of these, and I want to go back to this and fix the line art. It's probably some of the best line art we've got, but we've learned some. I mean, this has a lot of the shit we learned done. Like the line art for her eyes and all that looks fine. It's really just the line art for her arms and shit that are a problem. The pose is really good. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like titties being squeezed together a bit? Anyway, should I have a bag for the book? Maybe. So we're gonna see if I can get away with just having 3 poses for an hour. Let me check and see if there's any art. No new art. I'm gonna check the Discord as well. No new rev fart. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Tomorrow I'm probably not gonna stream, but if I do, I think their arms are a bit too big. Yeah, I think I'm at the point of this where I'm just like, I kind of don't care, and I'm just gonna roll with shit. Raid 100%. Yeah, I will be raiding someone I don't know who yet. But we shall see. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then.